Hey guys, this is Andrew with Hit Hunters doing a quick video. My brother and I are putting together some cards that we're going to be sending out for grading, and just going to share with you guys kind of what we're thinking about sending out. Really got some serious decisions to make here, unless we wanted to spend, you know, huge money getting cards graded this go around, and that's just not the case. We're going for that discount, the bulk discount, but not much more than that. And I'll show you some of the cards that I already have graded here. So Joe Burrow die cut rookie select. No, that is not the die cut, excuse me. Panini select. This one I got for cheap, found 25 bucks. Already graded, I like it. This card, I have a few of them. Daniel Jones, if you guys have watched any of my other videos, I'm really high on him. I think he's underplayed what he's capable of doing. He just needs some weapons. And anyway, I got this one, PSA 9 for like 12 bucks. It was a huge discount, so I couldn't turn it down. Got another PSA 9. This one probably paid more like 24. Kayvon Thibodeau, 10. Got this at a show. Guy wanted 100 bucks for it. Talked him down to 75, which I thought wasn't bad. You can get these cards raw, and I have two more of these exact cards from this exact line, from 99. And I got them both for about 35. And then this is another 2019 Daniel Jones Prizm, except this one's a 10. So I got 2 9s and a 10. That's what I've got graded already so far. You know, pretty new back into the game, so just starting out. Trying to decide what exactly I want to have graded. This one is a definite. This is definitely gone. This is Kenny Pickett Introductions. I love this card. It's in great shape. The corners, edges all look good. 12 of 25 there, as you can see on the bottom. Super short print on these. I did not put it in the in this case. I'm not really a fan of them. But you know, one of the decisions I'm making is, do I send this introduction card out with it as well? And the centering's not perfect, but the rest of the card is pretty flawless, and I think I could still get a 10 on this card. Even a 9 would be solid. This is the Introductions Prizm. It's not numbered, but this one may not make the cut. I may stick to numbered cards and, you know, the rarest of what I've got so far, since I've got a lot of stuff waiting to go out. Let me see. I've got a couple stacks here of stuff that is stuff I'm considering sending out. That's a nice little Patty Mahomes Phoenix. I think that's to 199 or 150. 250, but that one's not going. That's not the stack. This is one of them. This is something I'm considering. Definitely think I'm going to send this out. This is a 1982 Topps Lawrence Taylor. It's actually in great shape. As you can see, the centering is pretty awesome for an 82 Topps. It's really hard to get cards centered. If anything on this card, when it comes to centering, left to right is solid. This card is a little low. It's printed a little low. You can see there's a lot more space up top than there is at the bottom. So the corners look good. The edges look good. I have one corner in here that's not the best, but other than that, you know, this card's got a chance at a 9, or it could come back a 6 or a 7. You know, then I know that's a big swing, but trying to prepare myself. I don't want to be too upset, but I'm hoping for a 9 on that. Definitely not going to get much from this card here. I don't think this one's going to go. Joe Burrow, I want to get this graded, but you know, even if I get a PSA 10 on this, and I go to sell it, what, 75, 80 bucks. It's a pretty popular card, so I don't think I'm going to be sending this one out just yet, because I really have so many cards that I'm considering. Tua, black card. I've got 2 of these, and I think same thing for these cards. While I will have them graded eventually, I don't think right now I'm going to. You can see they're both centered really well, looking good. I've checked both of them out, and the surfaces are really in nice shape. This, what you're seeing here, is not on the card itself, but on the top loader. So I've got those, and then I've got another Tua, you know. And the tip for you, some of you guys, if you're not already, he is super undervalued. As long as he stays healthy for this next coming season, you know, he's got a chance. He's got some serious weapons to make a playoff run. I think he's the most undervalued quarterback on eBay right now as far as buying his cards, and I've been investing in him. You see, I really focused on centering for this one. Good looking card. It's in good shape. And then I've got another Tua rookie card. This select here, Prizm. I won't be sending any of these out for grading just yet. This one is to 149. This one might make the cut, just because it's a numbered card. If anything, it's pushed a little bit from left to right as far as centering goes, but I think it's got a good shot for a 10. And I really do check these cards out first. And I'll show you what I've already got set up, the cards that I am intending to send out that I already have to cut back a little bit, because I've got more than I wanted to. So I got this Breece Hall that I hit in 22 Prizm. Obviously, it's a Prizm rookie auto. Really nice card there. Next card is a Kyle Trask. Hit this out of a select pack myself. Nice card. Not a huge fan of his, but nevertheless, the card itself carries, you know, some value to it for sure. And I've checked the centering on this is perfect. The corners, the card itself is flawless. So if this card didn't get a 10, I would be shocked. So that one is probably going to get sent. The Breece Hall, I'm not so sure about just yet. This Kenny Pickett introductions, while it's centered perfectly, you know, I have these other 2 that I showed you over here, especially the white one is definitely going. I don't know if I'm going to send 2 or all 3. You know, this one really is perfect, and it's centered even better than this Prizm, although the Prizm has a better, is obviously worth a little bit more, even though the centering is not as great, right? So that's my dilemma. And obviously the white introductions is definitely getting sent. I'm going to be taking that out of this and getting it into a sleeve and getting it ready for shipping as soon as we're done with the video I'm making here. Figured I'd show you guys and see what you thought. Got another one I pulled myself. This is a Garrett Wilson Genesis 22 Mosaic. Centering on this is near perfect. It's pushed a little bit from the left to the right, but other than that, I don't think I'll be penalized too bad. You know, straight from the pack to the plastic. That's how all of the cards here are. Never touched with bare hands. You know, I have just a little bit wiped the card down just to get it, you know, as clean as possible. But Garrett Wilson is, you know, he's a strong rookie. I expect him just to keep making a name for himself. So I'd love to have this one graded. This one may be one that gets held back. We'll see. I've got to check the prices on PSA 10s for this and see, you know, how worth it is. That's really what I'm using to figure what I'm going to send and what I'm not going to send, is what's it worth graded versus raw, and is the value there for me to go ahead and grade it. This here is Sam Howell Razzle Dazzle that I have. I've got 2 of them, but the other one isn't in good enough shape for me to send and have it graded. I think I'm just going to sell it. So let me know if you guys are interested. You know, AR Pro cards, AR Pro / cards on eBay, or just find me on Hit Hunters and we can talk about it. Nevertheless, this one I'm definitely going to send Sam Howell Razzle Dazzle. I think he's going to start for the Commanders unless they take a quarterback high. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to stick with Sam Howell, and he's going to be the starter. And this card is pretty much flawless. Couldn't find anything wrong with it, so I'd be surprised if this wasn't a 10 as well. And my boy George Pickens here. I've got so many of his cards. I mean, I've got literally another 25 or 30 of his rookie cards in a box just ahead of, outside of the range of the camera. But, you know, this Prizm is perfectly centered. It's in great shape. I found really no flaws on the card itself. Corners and edges, all in great shape. There's a great card here. I may hold off on this one. This is one of the cards that may not make the cut as far as getting sent off for grading, but we'll see. I'm thinking that one's probably going to be left behind just because I've got so many options. This is a base Brock Purdy Rookies and Stars rookie card that has perfect centering to it. Card itself is in great shape. Corners, edges, everything is really really pristine. But I've got some options here for Purdy, and this one may not make the cut because of what else I have to send in for him. Same here with the Donruss rated rookie. I've got more than a handful of these cards, and you know, this line here on the right side is thinner and thicker, and I'm not really sure which one is better centered or considered more centered. I've seen a couple PSA 10s, and the line on this side was thicker on some and thinner on others. So I think it's more subjective for the person who's doing the grading. I'm not sure if this card's going to make the cut or not. We'll see. And I've got 22 Prizm base Brock Purdy that I was going to send. Another 22 Prizm base Brock Purdy I was going to send. You can see the centering on these is all pretty strong. Another base Brock Purdy that I was going to send. And yet another base Brock Purdy that I was going to send. And I actually have a 5th that's not in one of these sleeves just yet. I don't believe I'm going to be sending them all. I may send 1 or 2. I may send none. And just wait and see what happens with him, Trey Lance, and all of that. I know he needs surgery, and they're saying that he has the inside track for starting, but at the same time, you know, he tore his elbow late in the season. We'll see. So my man Daniel Jones, I think, is probably one of the most underrated and undervalued quarterbacks in the game. This card is pretty much mint. Centering is great. I have a couple of these cards, and I don't know if you can see it, but right in front of where my thumb is, there's a little dent or ding. Let's see if I can hit the light just right for you to see it. Yeah, right there. The green is. Nevertheless, there's a little dent or ding in there. It's going to take this card probably down a point. So I'm probably looking at a 9 on this at best, which is a shame because this card is really sharp. Otherwise, you never know. You might find somebody having a good day that sees that, and you know, subjectively they'll say, hey, you know, this card is really nice. It's hard to see. We're going to give this a 10 anyway. I would be really lucky if that were to happen, but I don't have that kind of luck. So Malcolm Rodriguez auto, you know, with the what is this, the purple power Prizm, you know, 1 of 49 rookie auto. It's a nice card here. Not selling it quite yet. I think Malcolm Rodriguez is going to do well. I do believe this is one of the cards that'll make the cut just because it's a rookie auto. Same as the Brees Hall there. Any rookie autos are just, especially if they had a good first season, I'm leaning towards them. This is one of my favorite Brock Purdy cards that I have here. This is definitely going. Centering is really good on this card. The edges are perfect. Corners are perfect. Card is 10 of 35 rookies and stars. Really like this card from Rookies and Stars. I have a bunch of Kayvon Thibodeau in this. I love the color matches that they do. It's just a great card all around. So I do believe this is one of the Brock Purdy's that's going to be sent. However, you can see in this corner there's a little bit of white showing there. So that might hold me down to a 9, which is okay. I'd rather have a 10, obviously, but if that's going to hold me back to a 9, I'll live with it. I'll live with it. And there's another 34 of these cards that, I can go and hunt one down if I really wanted to. Some Kenny Pickett's, of course. I've got the introduction cards, but this is an orange Prizm that I pulled myself. Centering on this is pretty good. Pushed it a little bit from left to right, but otherwise the car's in immaculate shape. Again, straight from the pack to the plastic, so didn't have to do much with this one. It's in great shape. Didn't have to clean it at all. You can see left to right on this one. So on this side it should be pushed from right to left, but it's not. So the centering is pretty good here. And I've got the green Mosaic Purdy. This one's great. Centering on this one is awesome. Measured it out, and my eyes, I thought it was pushed from left to right, and when I measured it, it really was not, just barely, but not even close to how much I thought. I decided that I think this one is going to go and get graded as well, just because you can see the edges, corners, are pristine. All of these cards, all of our cards and our hits are kept pristine. We're very, very careful with our cards. So if you guys are ever in a break with us, your cards are going to get to you in absolutely pristine condition. Whatever they came out of the pack looking like is what they're going to get to you with. And my next one, this is a definite, this is going to go the Tom Brady Razzle Dazzle, just because of what this card is worth. If I get a 10 on this, I'm probably tripling what I paid for it, quadrupling what I paid for it. Nice card here. Didn't find any flaws. I think I found maybe one little ding in it, but other than that, everything in here is pretty solid on this card. So this is going to be a definite send. Definitely gonna send it. Here's a card I just pulled, yesterday, or 2 days ago. Sauce Gardner, red Prizm. It's not even worth all that much money. I just love Sauce Gardner. And I really love the colors on this, the red and the green. I love the contrast. I know it's not the color match that everybody talks about, but I love the red and green contrast. A little bit of white. I guess it kind of has that Christmas feel to it. Nevertheless, I like this card, and this one is the only one that I don't care what it's worth before and after. I'm sending this one out. It's in pristine condition. Corners, perfect. All around edges. Centering isn't great. It's not that it's not great. It's pushed from left to right a little bit. I've seen cards get 10s that were not perfectly centered, so I'm hoping I get a little bit of luck and leeway on that one. Let's see. I got a couple more to go through here before we finish up. Daniel Jones, I got this at the local card store. This card, I saw some people trying to sell it PSA 10 for $1,500, $1,200 or $1,000 That's not going to happen, but you know, if I can get a 10 on this, that would be wonderful. I'm thinking it's going to be closer to a 9, only because this card is pushed from left to right a little bit. You can see it's a little thicker here on the left side than it is on the right, so if I get hit a little bit on the centering, then that's going to be my 9. Otherwise, the corners, edges are all sharp and pristine condition. Didn't find any scratches or dings, dents on the surface itself. This card is numbered 66 of 98. Excuse me. It's kind of strange. Let me see if I got that upside down. Yeah, 86 of 99. It's easy to get that one wrong. 86 of 99 on this one. So that's definitely going. As you guys can tell, I'm definitely high on Daniel Jones. This is a card I pulled myself. Gold vinyl, Christian Kirk. Number 4 of 5 on the gold vinyl. Obviously, pushed from left to right. I'm really, not impressed with Panini and how they cut their 22 Prizm cards. I even saw the Kenny Pickett black 1 of 1 wasn't cut perfectly. I mean, I don't know how hard it is. Maybe it's much more difficult than I realized, but sometimes the centering on these cards, it's just I don't get it. So this card, I probably won't get a 10 on it because of the centering. Otherwise, everything else on it is perfect as far as the edges, the condition of the card itself, the surface. So I'm hoping it'll be a 9. You can see number 4 or 5 there. And yeah, that was a pretty awesome hit. Unfortunately, it didn't come with the signature, but beggars can't be choosers in that regard. Here's a Brock Purdy, another base rookie that I was going to have graded, but this one's not going to go. You can see a little bit white on that corner. This is one of the cards that is going to be staying behind. Plus, it's him in his college uniform. This was a Daniel Bellinger, somebody that I love on the Giants, just a personal favorite of mine. 13 of 25. The centering is not perfect on this. It's pushed from right to left. But this card is going to be staying behind because it's just some of them need to not make the grade, make the cut, and this one will stay behind for now. Got a Derek Carr. One of the autographs I pulled from a Prizm box. The centering on this is pretty strong. Autograph card, quarterback. So there's some value there, although it is Derek Carr, so there's not too much to write home about. I'm not sure what to do with this card. I'd like to sell it, so I may decide to grade it just to see if I can improve the value of the card first. But it may have to wait until the second round of cards get sent in for grading. Same with this next card, which I love. Christian Watson, someone I'm really high on. He came in, he had a great first year for the Packers. They already sent one of the Rookie Vision, or sold one of the Rookie Vision autograph cards that I pulled from him. That was numbered to 49 or 50. This is a great card. Centering on it is perfect. I'd love to have this graded. I know there's a great market for Christian Watson cards. It's numbered to 249, but at the same time, I'm sure I'd have no problem being able to move that card and sell it if I needed to. So I'll probably keep this one behind for now. I don't think it's going to make the cut this time around, just because I need to cut down so much. Same goes for this card. Joe Burrow Illusions. I love, Joe Burrow as a quarterback. I'd like to get the card graded. It's in great shape. Centering is a little bit more difficult for me to really figure out on a card like this because just the way it's designed. The back is a little bit easier, especially when you have a line like this and some stuff that's supposed to be smack in the middle. But at the same time, I don't think I'm going to be sending this card in for the same reasons that I'm going to hold back on his other cards. It's just that, if I get a PSA 10 on that, I just don't think it's going to be worth my money in this moment. Last but not least, the Tua Mosaic, one of the orange parallels, orange prisms. This is a really cool rookie card. I don't believe I'm going to be sending this one out. There's a chance I might. We'll see. It's not a numbered card, but I really like it a lot. We'll see. And I have just 2 more to show you, I think. I've got a handful of Sauce Gardner base rookie cards here that I'm going to go through, but I don't think I'm going to be sending them out. I've got another 3 or 4 up in this pile up here. And then one that's definitely going is this National Treasures Kayvon Thibodeau. You can see that number there, 40 or 49. That one's definitely going to go. If you remember before, I have 2 more autographs to match the PSA 10 card that I have of him. So I may send that. Here's a Kenny Pickett, 13 of 15. New generation, it's a certified. Panini certified rookie card with a cool patch. Definitely sending this. Like the Thibodeau card, all of the edges on this memorabilia card are perfect. And that's hard to find. Most of the time memorabilia cards don't get 10 grades. If any could, this one could, because it is pristine. I try not to handle my cards much. When they get pulled, they go from the pack to the plastic, and they don't get handled much. They don't get pushed around, dropped, moved around. That nice little tune in the back is the washing machine. And then last but not least is Daniel Jones Select 2019 jumbo patch.